Hey guys, welcome to a new series I'm doing on the channel called Debate. Hence the title, hence my name, The Debate Zone. I'm going to take a look into some of the topics that are going around social media, going around the sports media world. And something I've been seeing a lot is Josh Allen overrated? Whether he's a top three quarterback in the league or not, he's kind of universally, I feel like right now, put second. I think it always just goes Mahomes and then either like Allen, um, Lamar or Lamar Allen, but he's always in that top three. And the cool thing, the reason I love this channel, the reason that I was so interested in sports debate was I came into making this video believing that I was going to do that he is indeed overrated. And the more I'm looking at it, the more I dove into um, the more I did research so that I can make you guys a great video. I noticed that I might actually lean towards he is properly rated. Um, so why are these reasons? Why am I agreeing with the public now that he is this? But I'm going to play devil's advocate, so I'm going to play both sides. I'm going to tell you why I think there's an argument that he's overrated. I'm going to tell you why there's an argument that he is properly rated. And that's the goal with this channel, is I want to have people debating in the comments, but I want it to be respectfully. You know, sometimes I'll drop a tip talk and the person's like, just don't talk about sports, bro. And that's why I made this channel, because I want the debates, I want the community, I want people who love sports to love sports and be here. So, why is he overrated? Well, the biggest thing is wins, especially in the playoffs, right? Josh has no signature playoff win. Obviously, he had that game with 13 seconds left, put the team up, and Mahomes came back and tied, and then the overtime rule came into effect. They didn't get to touch the ball, and they lost. They actually changed the overtime rule in the playoffs after that, just for that specific reason. Obviously, the overtime new rules came into effect to help Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl this year, because had the coin flip happened and they scored 3 points, it would be over. So, he has no signature playoff wins. He has made the NFC Championship only once, and it's just been getting or AFC championships only once, and it's just getting worse. Nick Wright's famous for saying this, but like he went to the AFC Championship, lost, then he went 2 years. The year before that, had that horrible OT loss to the Chiefs. Then he got first rounded. Last year looked like he wasn't even going to make the playoffs. Barely squeaked in. Didn't do anything. And there's always been, you had the Diggs drama come up. Diggs, brother was on Twitter roasting Josh. Diggs didn't come out and defend Josh, which kind of sucks because if you watch it, he said like Diggs is one of his best friends. The other thing about Josh is, can he do it with no weapons? I think he will. I think, but if you're looking at it overrated, he's always had always had good offensive people to throw to. He hasn't ever really had that crazy of a running game, which is one thing I'll note. But the most reason he's overrated is he can't do it in the playoffs, right? And unlike Lamar, he doesn't have those dominating regular seasons that earn him MVPs, right? I've never looked at the league and said Josh Allen needs to be MVP. I've never looked at a season and thought he should be top three. So that's where my overrated thought came into this when I made the video, is apart from his size and the incredible throws he does, like statistically he doesn't even look like a top three quarterback. Especially when Aaron was still doing his, still in his Green Bay MVP seasons. Now Josh was not better than that. And that's where I kind of looked at it as the overrated side of things. The inability to win when it matters, the constant digression. Most players progress, right? So, obviously as a Packers fan, I'll use this as an example, like Jordan Love, right? So his first year had a great season, right? So he made the playoffs and he beat the Cowboys, right? Well, now let's try to contest to win the division. If we're the wild card, let's make it a close game. Hopefully we win that. We progress, right? In the next couple of years, obviously Detroit's really good. Hopefully we win the division, get a home playoff game, maybe win one or two in the same season. And because of that, we can really start to amount something, right? So with Josh, seeing the digression, seeing him getting projectively worse, at least in terms of where Buffalo is at the end of the season, that has been the knock that makes him, well, is he overrated? Because, if you look at Lamar made the AFC Championship last year. Fair enough, he didn't win it, but, right, at least Lamar took his team to the game to take them to the Super Bowl. You see all these other young, C.J. Stroud, right? Took Houston to the playoffs. He's not looking like he's slowing down. He actually has Diggs now on his team. Also, Joe Mixon. I mean, we're assuming CJ. We're assuming if he's as elite as we think, he'll take a next step, right? So win the division again, win a playoff game again, and maybe even win one more, right? So we're assuming CJ is going to continue a progression up. The Chargers, right? If Justin Herbert's what we think he is, now he's got Jim Harbaugh. We expect progression. I want playoffs minimum out of the Chargers this year. So that's the side of the overrated, right? He can't get it done in the playoffs and he's regressing. That's the big knocks. So playing devil's advocate, why do I think he's properly rated? Well, if you look at his statistics, right? So let's look at since 2020. So since 2020, he's had about a 67% throwing yards. His yards have always been in the 43 to 4,500 range. He always throws between 30, basically 29 last year, but basically 3 years, 30 touchdowns and 15 picks. So why am I saying I'm going to play devil's advocate one more time on the overrated side? 2020, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 107 rating. 2021, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 92 rating. 2022, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 96 rating. This year, 29 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 92 rating, right? So that's where we're seeing this regression, right? So regression, no playoff wins lately. That's the big thing. But if you still look at it, taking out the interceptions, I mean, the guy's throwing for 66% of his passes, and he's getting about 4,500 yards. Also, taking into consideration, he's really evolved as a running quarterback, and he led the league in running next to Jalen, who just did the what is it? The tush push, I think it's called. Yeah, so he just did those. So looking at his playoff stats, why I was leaning towards Josh Allen is not actually as overrated as people are saying. So Josh Allen has played 10 playoff games in his career, which again, I would say that's a knock in 6 years towards not being as good as people think. But he has a passer rating of a 100 with 2,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, right? So he's only throwing about 270 yards in a game. However, 21 touchdowns and 4 interceptions is exceptional. That's 5-to-1 touchdown ratio. So he stops as many errors. He doesn't throw as many as much yards. So it's almost like he plays a little bit more scared, right? But those numbers are good. Those numbers are excellent. And I think Josh Allen is getting unnecessary hate. I think he is absolutely the third best quarterback in the league. Maybe fourth if Joe Burrow's playing healthy. But I'm interested to see. He does have to prove it. He does have to have a win. I'm hoping he'll prove me wrong, win the division this year, and come heated, because I think having him and Mahomes in playoff games is just so much fun. Like, I want to watch Kansas City Bills. I want to watch Kansas City Baltimore. I want to watch Cincinnati Baltimore, Cincinnati Bills, right? Like, I want all these great quarterbacks throwing C.J. Stroud in there, maybe Herbert, right? Like, these might be the best NFL playoffs. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the first debate episode. Tell me which side you're on. Leave a comment below. Please subscribe. It helps the channel so much. Please like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to be here making tons of content for you guys. It's my passion. It's what I want to do. So I'm just going to keep on digging. Once again, my outro. Let's stay positive. Have a great day, guys. Stay blessed.